Dear viewers, funding of children's education is a big responsibility for the parents. It's not going to be an easy affair, nor it is going to be an inexpensive affair. It is going to be one of the major project work for every parent when they see the face of the child for the first time. In this episode, I am going to share my thoughts about what's happening in this particular field, how should parents be looking at this, and what is the right way to approach this particular problem. This is NRI Money Clinic for you, and I am Dr. Chandrakant Bhatt, practicing financial planner.
NRI Money Clinic. No hype, just the right advice.
When a child arrives in a family, it's a happy moment. The parents dream of educating their child in the best possible universities in some corner of the world. They start building the dreams, they start drawing the plans, and the journey begins there. People think it is going to be a very expensive affair to educate the children. Most parents in the beginning of their career are working with a very low salary. Their incomes are not very high. They have a guest in the form of a child in the family. Apart from the regular expenses, they have to make provisions for the children's education. Most people cannot start building funds for children's education at the right earnest. That's a practical problem the parents get into. The real attempt to build funds for children's education starts 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years when the child reaches that age. That is the time parents make an attempt, by which time they have moved up the career, their incomes have risen, and probably their initial expenses are out of the way. They are able to save some amount of money. Parents do one mistake here. They think educating the children in the best universities, schools, the expensive universities makes their children very successful. They start accumulating funds. They try to make sure that a big chunk of money is available for the children's education. In the whole bargain, the parents make one cardinal mistake. They neglect their retirement planning, and their focus will boil down to only education funding of their children. This has serious consequences. Finally, your children will go to some college. You spend a huge amount of money, and if luck is in your favor and if your child is doing very well in the studies, it will take up a job. Now the child has found an employment and a fat salary is there with the child, and child has no responsibility there. Unlike the yesteryears, these children will not get married and settle down in their life. They will marry around 30 years of their age. Imagine a child which finds a job 21, 22, 23 years of age, gets a good amount of salary, has no responsibilities to discharge, no responsibilities for the family, no responsibility for clearing any loans. What it will do with the money? It will start building dreams of the future. It will think, I should retire very early. It has just started its career. Instead of building its career and going through the evolution of life, this adult now thinks of retiring early. And to distract him, there are plenty of YouTube videos, there are plenty of trading ideas, there are plenty of people to lure them into doing something which they are not very comfortable with. Children will end up betting on cryptocurrencies, betting on futures and options, and all unwanted things. Instead of focusing themselves on building life, building skills, building their career, the focus moves towards retiring early. Actually, what they mean by retiring early is that they should acquire or assimilate or earn huge amounts of money within a short span of time. The net result of this is children will end up as losers in the game of trading. So they will be sitting on losses and they don't know what they are going to do beyond that point, and it might result in a midlife crisis. If this is the story with children, what is happening at the parents level? Now, as a responsible parent, you have accumulated money, you have taken loans, or you have done something and you have given everything possible for your child to make him a graduate and earn nicely in life. You have neglected your retired life. You have neglected building funds for funding your retirement. you are left with hardly any time which is available for you to build the funds. So on one side, because child did not have any responsibility of clearing the loan, any responsibility towards family, and having lots of cash in his hand, he ends up doing the trading or the wrong things, or gets into unwanted buying a car or an unwanted house at that point of time. Instead of building life, the life there gets spoiled. Here you will struggle not to able to fund your retirement. This is the changing face of society. It was not there, it wasn't like this before. This is a modern time. This changing society requires a different approach. Now, since children have a time interval of 5, 7 and 10 years after their graduation, they find a job and till they get married, it becomes the responsibility of the parent to see that the children don't get into the wrong habits during this particular place. One way the parent should start thinking in a different way is not to fund the children's education on your own. Please understand here, I am not telling that you should not make arrangements to build funds for your children's education. What I mean to say here is encourage your children to take education loans and study themselves. See, you don't have to think anything wrong in this. See, by 18 years of age, they are adults, they are majors, they can take major decisions in life. They can elect a government, they can elect a prime minister, they can elect the local representative, they can find their soulmate around that particular time. Why can't they think about funding their own education? Yes, they don't have an experience, they don't know how to do it. That's where the parental responsibility comes. As a parent, you can guide them how they have to approach that. Today, government has got lots of schemes. Every bank has got a facility to give loans for funding the education. When your child takes up this loan to study, many things will happen. Number one, you are making the child a partner in their life building. The child knows that it has an obligation to clear the loan. Therefore, it cannot while away its time, or it cannot take education in a very casual way. And even after taking up the job, it has the responsibility of clearing the loan. Now it takes up the job. The question, I have so much of a money in my hand, I don't have any responsibility, what shall I do? It knows that it has to take care of servicing the loan it has taken for the education purpose. So you are making your child very, very responsible. What is that as a parent you should do? I'm not telling that don't keep money for children's education. You please keep this money. You start accumulating it. At the end of the day, these are your children, and if you don't take care of them, nobody else will. So you build the funds, probably keep it in a mutual fund portfolio, probably keep it in a bank account, or keep it in a place where you feel very comfortable. The idea here is to, tomorrow if your child does not get a job, or if there are problems along the way, you should have ready money to pay for servicing that education loan. If your child is quite comfortable, it gets its job and everything is fine in its life, give the responsibility of clearing that loan to your children themselves. It makes them very, very responsible. If your children clear this loan on their own, the money that you have accumulated towards servicing this loan can be continued as your retirement corpus itself. So it serves both the purpose. You are keeping it as a standby, the amount of funds that is there, but encouraging your child to take a loan and imbibing that quality and making him responsible to clear this particular loan helps him keep in the right track. This is the way probably the parents have to think about it. It's beneficial to your child. It is beneficial to you. It helps you to build good amount of retirement corpus. You will not come under the stress, and it makes society also very, very responsible. These are my thoughts. See, don't be under the impression that your child will not get education loan. If your child is doing well in studies, definitely it will get loans. There are countless schemes which are available. In this channel, I am going to do more videos on that. I have approached the right faculty members to come and brief to the benefit of our audience what are the schemes that are available for funding the children's education. As a parent, one another thing that you have to do is just getting a good college degree or standing first rank in any particular course is not a guarantee that your child will become very successful in life. Successful in life and getting good scores in college are two different things. If your child studies in a good college or if it gets good scores, it may get a good entrance in the beginning. That means a corporate's doors may open for it automatically. But there ends the matter. Beyond that point, for your child to be successful, it requires other qualities. Those qualities are the soft skills. Those qualities are its ability to love its job, the ability or the passion your child has got that particular job. So as a parent, preparing a child for your success involves a lot of education that needs to be done at home. The first thing that the parents have to teach the children is doing moral education, imbibing the values of integrity, imbibing the values of discipline, imbibing the values of the society, the moral education. These are the things which will make sure that your child will come up in life. Just alone college degrees will not help. Imbibing these qualities does not cost money. It does not require education loan. The way you live is a way the child will also be looking and growing with. So lead a life which your child has to follow. You are the example for your child. Dear viewers, hope the topic that I have discussed today helped you to understand what's happening in the field of children's education and is the society running under the right direction or there are some corrections which are required. If it helped you to understand or gave a point for you to think, please like this video. If you are a person who is watching this episode for the first time or if you are yet to subscribe for this channel, please hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon. Don't forget to share this video with your near and dear ones. Thank you very much for watching this episode on NRI Money Clinic. I shall be back with you with yet another topic in yet another video very soon.
Press the bell icon for more details and subscribe our channel.